Hey beautiful souls, it's Angel here. I trust you're doing well. How are you all? I wanted to make a quick update video because I'm going to be launching something big and I know that you would love to be a part of it. So if you want to hear what's coming, then keep watching till the end of this video. Alright, so thank you so much for all of your support recently. I'm so glad that you really loved my most recent uploads with the healing and the light language at the spa and also at the beach. They were really amazing to make. I spent literally several hours on the previous upload, which hardly got any views, but for those of you that did see it, I'm very happy that you received it and I'm very glad that you enjoyed it as well. Okay, so what's happening? What's new? Well, I wanted to sit down here, make a very quick video because my baby boy needs to be attended to. My husband's busy, he works, so I don't have much time, but nonetheless, this will be a bit rushed. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to be launching something big. I'm going to be launching the School of Light. Now, if you want to find out more about the School of Light, you can click the link down below, but let me begin by telling you that this is something that I wanted to launch several months ago. And actually, 2 years ago was when I first thought of this idea, and I didn't have the means to do it at the time. I didn't feel ready, I didn't feel prepared, but now I'm in a safe space and I'm very much grounded in myself enough to go forward with this project. The School of Light is, I would say, one of the first ever spiritual schools that you will be able to access online. That eventually we could most likely develop it into an app, but just to begin with, we're going to start with the website and the 24/7 exclusive community for our students only, which could be you. Okay, so all of the info is on my website, link in the comments and the description. It is www.manifestyourdreamlife.today/school. Okay? I know many of you watching this, you didn't like school. Maybe you dropped out. Maybe you went through all of school, and that's great as well. But me personally, I actually quit school when I was 15 years old. Beautiful souls. I was bullied my entire life in school for reasons that were unknown to me at the time. However, now looking back, I can understand why God put me in that position and why I had to endure that pain and that suffering from all of the people around me on a daily basis for my whole life. 15 plus years up until around 2021 is when I actually started to feel really safe in myself and form that connection and that bond to God. Now, some of you may or may not know, if you have been keeping up to date with my community text posts on my channel, then you will have read some of my recent stories. It's taken me 2 months, beautiful souls, to actually make this sort of video to you, to really share with you what's been going on in my life right now on a personal basis. Plus, I became a mother several months ago to our beautiful baby boy. And I haven't had much time to keep up the flow of content, but now I'm doing my best to keep that flow going because I want to bring you the School of Light, take on board you beautiful souls as my students, be able to offer you infinite wisdom, value and content, not just from myself, but also from our beautiful teachers who are going to be a part of the School of Light. And I would love for you to be a part of it too. So sign up for the waitlist down below. Okay, this is a waitlist where you can simply put in your email, put in your name, and also let me know what your time zone is. You can do this on my website. Make sure you put your time zone because this will be super important so I know where all of you are actually, where are you located, what are the time zones, because we're going to be doing weekly calls for the group. Okay, so it's super important that you let me know when you submit your email on my website for the free waitlist. Make sure you put your correct time zone so that if you're in the UK, I think it's like GMT. If you're in Central America like I am, it's Central Standard Time, CST, EST. You've got all these different ones. If you look up online where you're living and what is my time zone, you'll find out if you didn't know already. Okay, So yeah, that link's down below. Sign up, free waitlist, completely free, and I will just email you and keep you updated as to when it's ready. I need to know exactly who wants to get on board with this, beautiful souls, because this is going to be big. I'm going to have to be putting a lot of love into this and a lot of effort gathering the course materials for all of the courses. You're going to be able to access unlimited courses from me, okay? You're going to be able to get Reiki attunements. You're going to be able to become a Reiki practitioner, become a certified light language practitioner, be able to heal, learn how to activate your best self, get access to 24/7 community support, community chat, 24/7 access to our teachers from the School of Light, and the weekly 1-hour group coaching calls as well. Okay, this plan is going to start at around $37 a month only. And I say only because we're going to be providing you with literal thousands of dollars worth of courses, content, knowledge, resources, information, as well as the coaching, which is worth hundreds of dollars per hour in and of itself, which is what I used to charge while working with you guys one-to-one. But you know what? I thought, hey, wait a minute. Why am I going to charge you hundreds of dollars per minute when I can literally charge only $37 per month and give you everything else for free? Because there has to be some form of energy exchange involved in the work that I want to do here and what I want to put out to the world. But why not set the bar super low so we can get everyone on board and spread as much light as possible to the whole world and make it super accessible and super friendly for everyone to get on board. So that's what we're doing, okay? I would absolutely love for you to be a part of it. As I was saying, if you've been keeping up to date with my text community, I recently had to come to terms with the fact that my father, who I actually thought was the best role model my whole life, after 20 years of suppressing immense pain and trauma, I came to understand and realize that my dad was actually molesting me as a baby and as a toddler for the first several years of my life, and I was able to suppress those memories for 20 years. So that has been a very big thing for me to process right now, because it was only after I actually gave birth to my son that I was able to release that energy from my child/baby self. It was almost as if me giving birth to my son was actually a form of rebirth for me. And so a lot came up from when I was a baby that I have had to face. I've had to deal with the fact that this did happen, and throughout my life and my upbringing, I've had glimpses of these experiences of my dad sexually abusing me as a child, as a toddler, but they were extremely subtle, and there were like fragments of the abuse that would sometimes come up, but not the actual abuse itself taking place, but rather what happened before it started or after in that experience or in that moment. So after having the flashbacks of what actually happened, having to face them for my own self and deal with them, yeah, it's been a lot, you know, it's been a lot for me to process. But as you well know, I'm fully capable of that, and I have been processing it very well. I've also been doing a lot of reading and a lot of studying on how to process that in myself, and just being the best mother that I possibly can, and giving myself the patience and giving myself the love that I need to be able to get through this, knowing that I am a survivor. I've already survived the worst of it anyway. Now, some of you may or may not know this about me either, but when I was 12, I actually started to develop severe depression, and I started self-harming as well. And then shortly after that, I became addicted to smoking weed and taking various other substances. And now at the time when I was just 12, 13, and this was happening, I had zero recollection of the grooming and of the sexual abuse that had taken place years prior to that time. So I had zero recollection of that, and all I knew at that time was that I was being severely bullied online and in person at school every single day. And all I knew is that my mother was an alcoholic at the time, and she was in and out of extremely physically violent relationships, and she couldn't raise me properly, so I had to mostly take care of myself. So looking at it from this perspective, all I knew was that I was dealing with that at the time, and that was the ultimate cause for why I was becoming depressed, and why I was becoming suicidal, and why I was cutting myself, trying to end my life. Little did I realize that there was a whole nother angle to that I had zero recollection of. All I felt were the side effects and the after effects of incest from my childhood. And since studying how incest actually affects you on a psychological level and emotional, I've come to understand that I experienced every single side effect of the after effects of incest growing up from 12 years old onwards. But actually, I really started experiencing them when I was about 10, and throughout my whole life, I experienced them to some slight degree. But I never knew why. Okay, beautiful souls? I never knew why, and if any of you have experienced this as well, then please just know that you are going to get through this. If you're struggling with it right now, if you have been through it, leave me any comments down below. Okay, this is a safe space to do so, and it's okay. This is another reason as to why I'm creating the School of Light. Because you know what? God is just calling me to do this. He's like, look, Angel, you've been through enough. You have the resources and the tools within yourself to help other people. And this is what I was doing previously, as many of you know. Some of you watching this may even have experience working with me one-to-one, where I was coaching you and providing you with Reiki healing, okay? I was doing this a few years back with my clients. That was also before I had any recollection of this severe abuse from my childhood with my father as well. And yet I was still able to provide you beautiful souls with all of this healing, with these hundreds and hundreds of Reiki videos that are already on my channel, all of the content and value that's already here. I've been able to do this without having any recollection of the incest and the trauma that took place. Okay, so God has called me to create the School of Light for you beautiful souls, because enough is enough. We need a community, and we need a platform where we can join together as one and be able to support each other. I am going to be networking and getting on board a bunch of personal friends and teachers who are extremely experienced in what they do, who are very well versed in the field of healing, whether that be Reiki, whether that be any other form of energy healing or any other modality whatsoever. And also we're going to include teachings of scripture and the teachings of Christ, because many of us are not actually informed of what the teachings of Christ really truly are. And it's quite unfortunate, because the people who wrote the Bible have taken out a whole bunch of teachings and a whole bunch of books which have been removed intentionally from the Bible. That is to keep the masses and their knowledge base very limited. Okay, that is unfortunate, but that is the world we live in today. So that's why we're going to be offering you beautiful souls all of this beautiful value at the School of Light. When you enroll as a student, you will be able to gain access to all of it. Learn about the true scripture that has been hidden from you, okay, and that you haven't been able to access. The books that have been removed from the Bible because the information is too much for the masses, it's too good, and for some reason religion is being used more as a form of control rather than as a form of empowerment, which is actually what Christ intended for you, for me, and for all of us. Okay, so that is why I'm forming the School of Light as well, because I want to include these teachings, as well as obviously including the whole spectrum of energy healing, various modalities, light language, and simply providing that beautiful community and a really, really sacred and a really safe space that you can feel safe asking for assistance, networking with our students in the School of Light, and forming new, sacred, and I trust, long-lasting connections as well with our students from the School of Light. So again, beautiful souls, you can check out my link right there. It's a free waitlist. Just simply type in your email, get on board. I will be super happy to enroll you as students when we are ready to launch. If you have any other suggestions for the School of Light, sort of content that you'd like to be able to access from us in there, simply comment down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Everything is in development. Okay, so I've got to get back inside now to my beautiful baby boy and make some food. But in the meantime, I will see you very soon. So put on the notification bell if you're new here as well. Keep updated for any of my future light language and Reiki healing videos. And with that being said, I'm wishing you all a really beautiful day and night wherever you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you so much for all your support. My links are down below. If you want to join my course, it's right there on how to activate your light language, become a certified light language practitioner. And if you would also like to request your personal custom Reiki healing from me, which also includes light language vocals as well, my links are also there. Everything's down below, and I will see you very soon. I can't wait to launch the School of Light. And yeah, just simply check it out. Check it out, check it out. Put your emails and stay tuned. Okay, coming soon.